Hi everyone, welcome to today's Sunday message, which is Mark chapter 10 verses 6 through 9. But from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. So then they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. Now, this was a answer that Jesus gave to the Scribes and Pharisees who were trying to tempt him again, asking him if they should put away their wives. And this is Jesus' answer. Now, he talks about, in the beginning, God made male and female. And this really is a symbol of God being both male and female, having both a masculine and feminine aspect, meaning that there's God the Father and there's God the Mother, and that we should join the two. We have to join the two, and when we join the two, they become one, right? Always one. God is oneness and union. They complement each other, the Father and the Mother. And this is an extremely important verse by Jesus, because where has the Christian church talked about God the Mother, or any other religion? The Mother has been taken out, and it's always the Father. It's a very male-dominated religion. And that's not what it's supposed to be. It is God is both male and female, feminine and masculine. And what's happened is we've lost in our society the feminine aspect of God, which is the receiving aspect of God, the nurturing love of God. We have the masculine love of God, which is the unconditional love, the will of God, but we are missing the nurturing love of God, the receiving end of God. And so how are we supposed to alleviate ourselves and totally get rid of all of our fears if we do not have the love of God? We have the will to let go of our fears. We have the unconditional love of God that says, there is no condition that you need in order for me to love you. That's what the unconditional love of God is. There is no condition that you have to follow or whatever in order to receive my love. But then, that's great. But then how are we supposed to receive it if we don't have that nurturing aspect of the Mother within us to actually allow the unconditional love of God to take away our fears? We need that love from the Mother, from the Divine Mother, from Mother Mary, to flow through us and consume all of our fears and our mistakes. We are forgiven. We are forgiven for our mistakes. You know, we want to get rid of our fears, but we need this love. And that is what's missing in our society. It is missing in our religions. It is missing in our governments and our nations and all of the planet. We are missing this nurturing love of the Mother, which is so important. And it is not the love of a human mother, a human father, a human nothing. Humanity's love is not the answer. It's divine love. You know, it's a love that's unconditional. And, you know, let's face it, we are conditional creatures. If we're human, we're conditional. And, you know, a lot of people say, no, I love my child, I love my baby, I love my nephew, my niece, my granddaughter, blah, blah. And I'm not denying that. I'm not taking that away from you or anybody else. I wouldn't deny your love. But love from a human standpoint, if you are disappointed, if you are worrying, if you are obsessive, if you are possessive, if you are disappointed, if you are any of these things, that is not true divine love. There is no way that a human can have divine love or give divine love, because it's God's love, unless you are one with your God within, and that God within is flowing through you, and you truly understand what divine love is, because it's just flowing through you. And you will know when you are not feeling those negative emotions of fear that your child is something's going to happen to your child. That's not love, it's fear. Worry about your child, that's not love, it's worry. Disappointment, we say, oh, I'm disappointed, but I love him no matter what. But I'm a little disappointed that he didn't That's not love, it's disappointment. So the only way that we can experience true love is to first receive the divine love from God, the mother, right? That true divine nurturing love. When we receive that, then we can love ourselves, and then we can love others as God loves. It's a big difference. And once we admit to ourselves that our love is tainted, then we can move on to truly accepting and saying, Mother Mary, Divine Mother Mary, I adore you. Show me, teach me true divine love. Flow your divine love through every cell of my mind and body, every fiber of my being. Help me to feel and to know, to understand, to have clarity of what true divine love is, what your love is for me, so that I can love myself. And then when I love myself, I can go out and love the world as God loves the world and loves his children and other co-creators and sons and daughters of God. Very important. Very important that we start to realize that God is both Father and Mother as one. Because then, when we have this understanding, we can recognize and begin to ask and receive and know the true nurturing love of the Divine Mother, of God the Mother. And then we can really, really, truly get rid of all of our fears, all of our, mistakes, and be able to forgive ourselves fully for our mistakes and forgive others. This is the key. Bring God the Mother back into your lives. We should really be bringing this back into the Christian churches. Really. Really. The church needs to change and bring the mother aspect of God back into the church, because Jesus had a disciple, which we all know was Mary. And it was his desire to bring the mother aspect into his teachings, and he did, but with Mary. But he was up against a very male-dominated society. And it was very challenging. Now, Mary wrote there is a Gospel of Mary. Why was that taken out of the Bible? Ask yourself this. Why? Jesus inspired that gospel as he inspired the others. Why is Mary's gospel not in the Bible, in the New Testament? So that's something that we need to think about, and we need to, if the church isn't going to do it, then we do it. And you know something? When we realize the mother aspect of God, and we realize that that aspect truly exists, then you and I, we are responsible for bringing that aspect back into our churches. The church will not survive without the mother. I have to say this. The church will not survive without the mother. So anyway, I can go on with this. You know that. But I'm going to end it there. And I just want to thank you for being with me today. Always remember that the kingdom of heaven is within you. God bless, and I'll see you next week. Bye.